Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today we are here to talk about my setup for two of my planners. So this will be a two-in-one because I did the same thing for both of them. And so I really don't think I need to split these up. I think that you can follow the logic of how I did these two planners, but I'm only going to use one as the example. And so I definitely am going to talk about these two planners. I have right here my growth planner. This is my leadership planner, and where I take notes for any personal development that I complete. Professional development and continuing education credits, that goes into my work planner, but here it's all my leadership and board memberships and all the things I do in the community, volunteering, that type of stuff goes in here. Also in here is like I've decided to include books and all the things I'm reading, any podcasts that I'm listening to that's not like home related, like all my personal development stuff. So all those things, it goes in here. I'm also going to be in this video setting up my family planner, and this family planner is where I keep track of my family and friends. It is where I am making notes of any major events in people's lives, if they text me, if they have any prayer requests, that goes in here. It also goes in my faith planner, but I also like to be on Facebook and just kind of look and see what's going on with my friends' lives, and so I'll make note of anything big that happens, and so that all goes in here. And again, for both of these, I've kind of set them up the same way in terms of thinking about what I want to do from September 2024 until December 2025. This is my initial thought for the 2025 planner setup for these two planners. And so again, I did something very similar for both of them. I'm using this one, the family one, as my demo, just to kind of show you what it looks like. But again, I did the same thing for both of them. So let's talk then about this family planner. Again, I explained what it is, but what I have done to set this up is use all of the outdated stuff. All right, so initially what I had in this one was an outdated planner. And so it was actually a coil bound planner, as you can see here, that I converted to disc bound. It was a Happy Planner coil bound one, and so I converted it. And so I haven't used it. The initial pages aren't used in here. And so I used it for basically January and February, and then I stopped using it for a very long time. Then I decided in, I guess like July, maybe June, maybe July, but definitely July and August, that I would go back to doing a family planner. Those pages, I don't know where they are, but they should be in here. At some point, I'll do a flip through of this. It's not quite full enough yet to where I'm like, oh, I need to clear it out, so I haven't done a flip through of it. But those pages, the old plate pages, go in here, and so I just, again, don't know where they are. And so because of the, like these outdated pages, I was actually just using some from an older planner that I haven't used yet, and so I put them in here, just redated it. I decided because I was using an outdated planner, I would then start off the remainder of 2024 with a current planner. So I'm flip-flopping it where it's an outdated planner going to a current planner. And so what I decided to include in here were these pages, and this is actually from a current planner, so you can see it's July in August 2024, but I'm really going to start this in September. So September 2024 is right here, and so this is just like the coil bound. It is a classic vertical, and so this was a classic vertical as well, but this one is going to be current. And where did I get this? I basically got this from this planner. This is something that I picked up for Sophia and for her memory book, but as I mentioned when I hold this planner, for my girls' memory books, I only like to keep 12 months in there, so I don't use it as an 18-month planner. I basically pull the 12 months that apply for that year of life for my girls. So for Sophia, I start her planner basically January to December, and so I've got the pages in here to start it in January, and so January 2025 until December 2025, but the 2024 pages I have pulled out and basically put in here. All right, and so those pages are in here. Right, and so because that's current, I'm going to go ahead and put it in here and use them as current pages, right? And I won't have to redate from basically September through December 22nd. And then I did take the currently page. You'll see that. Let's see, right here. So this is the corresponding page here, right? So it should be like right here, right? But this one has the January 2025, and so I stuck it in here just to keep it for Sophia, right? I prioritize Sophia stuff more than my planners, right? And so it's missing a page here, but I'll just use half of it. And then after that, I will go back to using the rest of the Coilbound planner, again, classic vertical, that I had redated and had it ready. I just didn't end up using it. So it's got like, I guess like 3 more months in here, right? And so I've got that in here. And then also just, you know, that like July and August are in here, 2024. Those are not going to be used now. And so that will also go in here and, you know, just be moved backwards, like towards the back of the planner to be redated and used in this context, right? And then the other thing that I did was I had several pages again from the Coilbound that I've just kind of stuck in here. I have not used these pages, and so I had it in here. It's like a random, like some pages I used part of it, or like one side of it, but the other side I didn't use, and so these pages are in here for me to use as well. So I have lots of vertical layout pages, outdated, that I will use. So it's going to be, just to make it super clear, it will go from these outdated pages that I'm using to a current planner that I pulled from Sophia's setup for her memory book. And then once the current pages are over, I'll go back to the outdated pages. And again, these are all classic vertical here, from the Coilbound, right? And then at the very end, I have some additional pages. These are not Happy Planner pages, but this is from a planner. Again, I had it in my stash for a very long time. You can see here it's like set up differently where it's Sunday to Saturday, so that's different. But these are in here as well from a planner that I got a very long time ago, probably 7, 8, maybe even 9 or 10 years ago from Walmart. Definitely not able to find this anymore, but it's a vertical, and it's about the size of the classic. And so basically I just stuck in all the classic pages, vertical pages that I was able to find that were just floating around randomly in my planner stash, and I've had it in here, and the only thing that I added was the current pages from Sophia's book. So that's what I'm doing for my family planner. For my growth planner, same kind of deal, where I was using, I do have right now a current planner, all right? So unlike the family planner, which is for 2024 an outdated planner, for this one, it started off life as a current planner. And so it was my reading planner that I converted, and I just decided I wasn't doing enough reading and note-taking related to reading to have a separate planner. So I have reading here in here still, but it's mostly personal growth, including reading. And so this is a current planner. It is the Bridgerton Dashboard Planner. Let me show you an example. All right, so this is an example of what it looks like. And so I am just keeping notes of all of my volunteering and reading and all of those things. I am going to be using this in September, right? I haven't used it for the past couple of months because I've been in a mini setup, but I'm going back to classic for September. And so it's set up right now for September, October, November, and December of 2024, right? And so I've got all of those pages in here, and I am ready for the rest of 2024. And then after that, what I have in here are the pages that I didn't use. So again, just like in the family planner, any pages in here at the very beginning from previous months that I didn't use, I'm going to put here, so that way I can just recycle it and redate it and reuse it. All right, so example for January of 2024, I have only the divider. Actually, I put all the dividers together, right? So all the dividers are in here, but here's an example of June. I did not use June of 2024, so I will just redate it. Actually, that's just the divider. I will just redate it, and this is January 2024, and just redate it, right? I don't need to, I'm not quite sure like why I mixed it up, but like all these pages, February, I didn't use February. Here I didn't use March. I don't think I used any of March, so all of the March pages are in here. And I really just need to, the way I do it is just undate everything by whiting it out, all of these things, and just putting new numbers and new months. And I typically don't use the monthly, and so it's just the weekly pages, and I just go through and redate it. So just like I said, I have all of the Bridgerton like pages that I didn't use from previous months in here. I will, at this point, like right here, add the July and August months or pages that I didn't use. And so I do have that in here, and that goes for quite a bit. It will probably be until like May or June. That's enough pages for May or June. And then after that, I have another similar planner. It's the Simply layout. So it's not the dashboard layout, it's the Simply layout. And this is from July 2023. And so I've got a couple of notes here, but I can definitely white that out. It's small enough. It's not enough text for me to feel like I need to just toss this page, although I can do that too. But I do have these Simply layout pages here, and I am just going to use just this side. And if I need like notes or tasks or events or any more additional pages, I'll just add a sheet of filler paper here. But I've got several pages or several months worth from the Simply layout, right? And so these are all in here as well. And then going here in the back, right, all of these are simply from the same planner, the Simply planner, Simply layout planner from Walmart, right? And so these were all there from that planner. And then here I've got this red sheet of paper to separate. Here I've got a bunch of old, I did use this planner. This is my older 2023 that I redated for use for my personal planner. And these pages, I did use this side of it, but this side of it, I didn't use the dashboard side, like this side. And so I can definitely combine that with the Simply layout, or, you know, just use it as scratch paper. But I put all of these in here. Clearly I used this side of it, right? But then later, somewhere in here, I've got a bunch of pages that I didn't use at all. And so I will go back to a dashboard layout that's outdated and use these pages, right? Again, it's just like just using it up, right? Just taking advantage of the fact that I've got all of these dashboard pages. They're from random planners. This one's from a floral one, apparently. And then this one's also from a floral, same floral planner, I think. But this one is from a wrong planner, right? So it's a random mix of all of these different planners, and I'm just going to use them, right? So the dashboard layout, I think, really works for me for personal growth and just logging the events and volunteer hours that I've got. Sometimes I do need the dashboard though, so we'll see as I move further into like increasing my volunteering and things like that, whether I definitely need this. And if I do, then I'll probably consider like printing a double-sided dashboard for the Simply layout portion of it. But otherwise, it's set up mostly as a dashboard, and similar to the family planner, it kind of goes from like current to outdated, back to current, outdated. It kind of flip-flops between current and outdated. Now for this one, it is current until the end of 2024, and now this one is also current until the end of 2024. And then all the outdated pages here would be outdated vertical, here would be outdated dashboard. I'm just going to use it, right? And so all random stuff from my stash, and I just have set these up already, so I wanted to explain them both. And now I'm ready for September 2024 until December 2025. So a good solid 16 months are now set up for both of these planners, and that's exciting. I'm so excited about that. So pretty talky, pretty chatty in terms of like what happened here. There was really no setup, but I hope it makes sense how I do it. You know, it's really my way of using up my supplies. I don't like to waste anything, and so if I don't use it for a month, I don't really want to just toss it just because I didn't use it, right? So I could just recycle it back and stick it at the end and just reuse it at some point. It does require redating, but I don't mind redating. I just would rather redate than to just toss it without using it. So that's just where I am in my life, and I just enjoy it. I enjoy doing that, and so I'm glad I'm able to record these videos and get these set up, because now I can go into the beginning of September with the idea and the knowledge that I have already set up these planners, and I don't have to buy any planners. Now, that doesn't mean that if there's something from the September release for the Happy Planner, the fall release for 2025, and it's just like a brilliant, amazing planner, I might still pick it up, but it's not something that I have to have because I've already set up these planners, right? So this is my initial setup for 2025, subject to change. But I am so excited to be able to at least start using them in September as well. So it's my setup for the next 16 months, like I said, and we are done. So hopefully you were able to get something from this video and you're inspired to use your stuff. That's really always my goal, is to use my stuff. And so I hope you got that from this video. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.